colleagues and friends, Vicky and Camila and Josh. And we're here to help you make your important decision about what to study for your international master's degree. We'll start the presentation in just a sec. And if you have any questions, just write them in the chat and we'll answer them during our Q&A. We have lots to tell you about UHaifa International, but before we talk about who we are, let's begin with where we are. So if this is planet Earth, as you can see on the screen, then the small red triangle is Israel. And although Israel is small in size, it has a multitude of unique qualities, and quality education is only the tip of the iceberg. And although quality education is indeed an important decision factor, there are also more reasons to come to Israel. For example, Israel has an amazing, diverse, eclectic culture that brings together all religions of the world. It's also called a startup nation, the startup nation, for a reason, because many groundbreaking technologies such as waste, disk on key, the electric car grid, and more were originated here. We are literally the only country in the world where you can ski on the slope of Mount Hermon and then get in your car and drive for 8 hours and then, scuba dive in the Red Sea. And we are basically the only small country which has 3 seas, the Med, the Dead, and the Red. The food is also absolutely amazing and inspired from lots of cultures. The people, just like the sunny weather, are warm and welcoming most days of the year, and they make you feel at home really quick. And in the northern part of Israel, we have the city of Haifa. And there's so much we can tell you about our beautiful city, but if we need to describe Haifa and its university in one word, that word would definitely be multi-experience. Let's break this down. So we're the only city in the world where Jews, Christian, Baha'i, Muslims, Druze, and immigrants coming from Ethiopia, Russia, and more live side by side in peace and harmony. We're the only city with a panoramic ocean, mountain, and urban view combined. We're also one of the only cities that incorporate iconic landmarks such as the Baha'i World Center on the one hand, side by side with state-of-the-art high-tech industry on the other hand. And you can find many things to do in your free time, depending on your vibe. You can surf or chill on the beach. You can take a relaxing hike on Mount Carmel. Or if you feel like a night out on the town, you just stop by one of our many pubs or bars or cafes for a cold beer or coffee, whatever works for you. There's a wide range of possibilities. And on the top of Haifa, on the crest of Mount Carmel, is the beautiful University of Haifa campus. We are the largest globally renowned and recognized academic research institution in northern Israel with respectable world rankings. We are also the first in Israel to commit to the Global Sustainable Development Goals. We have 6 faculties and some 18,000 undergraduate and graduate students each year from Israel and the world studying here to pursue their degrees, whether it's bachelor, master's, or PhDs. Since 1975, UHaifa International has been a home to some 1,200 students each year, coming from over 90 countries all over the world, for either short-term undergraduate programs or language courses, and of course for our 19 master's degree programs, which we will delve into momentarily. So basically what we are offering you is to come to Israel for a once-in-a-lifetime multi-experience. You will live in Haifa. go on trips to explore both the city and Israel from north to south, study in English, and get your master's in just 1 year. Or if you're taking the thesis track, you will complete your master's in 2 years' time. But before we delve into the programs, let's talk a bit about something very relevant, safety and security. We want you to know that Haifa is a safe city. And this year, to date, it has definitely stood out as the safest, largest city in Israel. Our university is ultra secure with guards and safe rooms all over campus. And you can walk around freely and at ease. And most important, we have gained 50 years of experience in many complex situations. We are resilient and we know how to address these situations quickly with flexible solutions for our students. So this combination of safety, security, and flexibility is an integral part of our value proposition, and you can definitely trust us on this important matter. So this year we have 3 special offerings that can help you while you pursue your studies. First, we offer a hybrid learning mode, so you can take your first semester from home or from anywhere you are. Second, if you are currently studying for your master's in the United States and prefer to come to Israel to graduate, we will recognize up to 10 of your US credits. So this is something you should really consider. Finally, if you apply now or by June 1st, you will get 75% off your application fee. Now let's move on and check out our master's programs. So in the multi-business cluster, we have 3 super practical programs. We have 2 MBAs and 1 MSc, Masters of Science. Each MBA offers a combination of core business courses and specialized courses. Tech management focuses on specialized courses for those interested in a career in tech-oriented roles, such as CTO or project management, or are looking for a career in tech. And sustainability focuses on ESG-related courses. ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. This is an emerging field with high demand of professionals. The MSc, on the other hand, specializes in data science. And as you know, data is everything, especially in this time and age. So this program can result in a very rewarding and relevant career. Now, if you are searching for a career in the public sector, or maybe in an NGO, the School of Political Science offers you 5 different programs. Public Administration Management, a very high global ranking program. Peace and Conflict Management, an impressive program that uses a unique learning tool based on lots of experiential learning. International Studies, this is a dual degree with the University of Warsaw. National Security, where you will have the opportunity and privilege to study with a globally renowned strategist, Dr. Dan Shiftan. And last but not least, Diplomacy Studies. Now, all of these programs are 1-year master's programs, except for the dual degree, which includes 1 year in Israel and 1 year in Warsaw, awarding you with a degree from each one of the academic institutions. Moving on. Now, if you are more of an adventurous type and you wish to study outdoors, we offer 3 great programs at the university's globally renowned School of Archaeology and Maritime Cultures, also known as SAMC. SAMC is the first of its kind to integrate the full scope of research on land and at sea. and in the lab, all under one roof. So on land, you can study prehistorical archaeology. Underwater, you can study maritime civilizations, meaning underwater and coastal archaeology. And for a more scientific approach to archaeology and joint research options with the Technion, the Israeli Institute of Technology, we just launched a new program in archaeological sciences, which is 2 years, including a thesis. Now, this school, SAMC, offers scholarships for eligible research students, including a $10,000 scholarship for 3 exceptional thesis track students. So you should definitely check this out if you're the adventurous type. In the university's Leon Cherney School of Marine Sciences, we also have 2 outdoor experiential programs, one in marine biology and the other in marine geosciences. Both are 2-year thesis track programs with scholarship options for eligible students covering up to 75% of your tuition and a living stipend. Let's move on. Now, if you are passionate about making the world a better place, you should consider 2 Impact for Good programs. One in education and development in early childhood, and another in global public health management, MPH. Both are 1-year programs, and they address health and education on both local and global levels. We also have 4 1-year history-related programs: Jewish history, Jewish studies, Israel studies, German and European studies, and Holocaust studies. These programs also offer attractive scholarships for eligible students. Jewish and Israel studies offer between $4,000 to $4,500 in form of scholarship. German and European studies offer to cover up to 80% of tuition plus a living stipend. And Holocaust studies offer up to a full scholarship and living stipend. Now, besides all the department and program scholarship options that I pointed out earlier, we also have need-based scholarships based on your socioeconomic status and DEI scholarships. DEI stands for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. And these specific scholarships are designed for students who have volunteered or have worked in DEI initiatives or NGOs or volunteer. You can also find many other options of scholarships and need-based help on our website, so you should check them out as well. Now, as an international student, we want to give you the full scope of what Israel is all about, so that you can experience it personally, firsthand. So you will get to travel around both the city of Haifa, the beautiful city of Haifa, and Israel at large, from north to south, explore sites, participate in Shabbat dinners, participate in parties, holidays, and other events for a fully rounded picture of our campus, our city, and our country. And as you can see from the photos, our students have fun here. They have a good time. In terms of housing, as an international student, you will receive priority for applying for the dorms, and you can choose between 2 types of living arrangements. You can choose between Fedorman apartments for 3 with a shared bathroom and private bedroom for $410 a month. Or you can choose the Talia apartments with 6 students with both a private bedroom and a private bathroom for $485 a month. Now let's talk a little bit about admissions requirements. Generally, to apply to our master's programs, you will need a minimum 3.0 GPA or 80% or B or equivalent in your undergraduate classes. You will need a full command of English, as all our international programs are conducted in English and delivered in English. You will, of course, need an official bachelor's degree, transcript, and copy of your undergraduate diploma, and a motivational letter. These are the general admissions requirements. Now, some programs have other requirements, and you can find them all on our website, UHaifa.org. And Vicky from admissions is here to answer any questions on this matter during the Q&A. So in terms of international student tuition and fees for this upcoming year, tuition is $10,000 with an additional $275 payment for service fees, which brings you to a total of $10,275, and of course a mandatory health insurance, which is paid separately. This is, of course, before the scholarships and financial aids that you can apply for. So the application process is very simple. You should either consult Camilla on WhatsApp, or if you do not have any questions and want to apply immediately, go straight to our website at UHaifa.org, click on the Apply Now button on your top right, and apply directly with your relevant documents. Then, once you are accepted in a few weeks' time, and after you secure your spot, you can apply for as many scholarships and financial aid as you wish. With whatever works for you, you can apply for much more than one. Our student advisor, Camila, is here for you every step of the way. And if you take out your smartphones right now and scan her QR code, you will be able to start talking with her on WhatsApp immediately. So I will give you 1 or 2 seconds to get out your phones and scan the code so you can talk to her whenever you want. Okay, let's move on. So just a quick reminder of our special offerings this year. Hybrid learning, recognition of up to 10 credits from current US master students who want to graduate with us. And lastly, if you apply now, you will receive 75% off your application fee if you do it now or apply by June 1st. So thank you for joining us. If you have any more questions, write them down in the chat and we will gladly answer during the Q&A. But before we move on to Q&A, I'd like to introduce one of our master's students, Joshua, who is here to tell you a little bit about his own personal experience here at UHaifa International. So I will stop sharing the screen and Josh, the floor is yours.
Thanks very much, Galit, and hello to everyone. So my name's Josh. I'm originally from South Africa, and I'm doing the Masters in Diplomacy. I started last year, and my experience has been exceptional in many ways. I think the main things I want to almost emphasize, which Galit has already mentioned, is firstly the diversity of UHaifa University. I cannot emphasize it enough how unique it is. And this is something that anyone can even explore and look into. If you have an environment with a spread of Jews, Arabs, Christians, and people from different backgrounds, it certainly doesn't exist anywhere else in the Middle East, and it might not even exist anywhere else in the world. And what that offers in terms of a learning environment is something that I've definitely never had. I've never had the opportunity to learn from other students in my class with just contrasting perspectives to what I have. and it's really opened my mind up exceptionally. I thought I was very open-minded before, after my BA, and I've realized that being in a class with students from, I think, the six different continents, many different countries, really has been important, especially with my focus in terms of my studies, diplomacy and politics, and understanding people's political perspectives from around the world. So that's been amazing. And then also the scholarship opportunities for me personally, and I think for a lot of people, can be the difference to whether it's possible or not. And I really would encourage everyone to explore all those different options because they're there. They're available to students who need them, who are deserving of them, and they can really make it a lot easier to, you know, have this incredible experience in a way that's obtainable for you. Israel as a country is a very unique experience as well on its own. So in terms of coming here to learn, which is really the emphasis of everything that the country does, it's an amazing opportunity. And I would say it's a study abroad experience that you wouldn't find elsewhere. So there's a lot of fun to have in Haifa, that's no doubt. It's a very unique city in a sense that it's got different features such as the ocean and nature all around. And there's a lot to do and see. And if there's anything specific someone would like information about, or if anyone would like to speak to me personally, I'm more than happy to elaborate or answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Josh. That was very enlightening. We will move on now to Q&A. If anybody has any questions, please send them either in the Q&A or the chat, and we will answer immediately.
There is a question in Q&A. Someone is asking, are international students allowed to work outside their classroom schedules? The question is no. In accordance with the Israeli law, if you are coming to Israel with a student visa, you're not allowed to work for Israel. Of course, you can continue working for your home countries. It's not a problem if you can do it, but not in Israel. Sorry. The same question again, and just answer this question. So I see that it's asked again. Is there a diverse age group in your programs? The answer is yes. There is no limit, age limit for studying the MA degree. Studying from 18 years old, and there is no limit. Some people, we have students from all over the world. Some of them are 30 years old and 40 years old and 24 years old and 82 and even older. We had the last year student of 83 or 4 years old. So it's open for any age. You're welcome to join us. Another question. At what stage did you start applying for scholarships? Okay, as soon as you are accepted officially to the program, you will have the option of applying for the scholarship will be opened in your application, and then you can apply for the scholarship. You cannot apply for the scholarship before you're accepted officially to the program, but you can do it as soon as you're accepted. And the acceptance usually takes around 2-3 weeks from the moment you apply all the required documents. Is it too late to apply for this upcoming fall semester? The question is no. The registration is open until October. For certain programs, the registration will be closed in June or July. Some other programs will continue accepting students on the competitive basis. If you are interested to study the MA degree with us this year, the sooner the better. But even if you apply a little bit later, you still have a chance to be accepted. Another question. I'm interested in master's in security. Is this hybrid for the first semester? Most probably we are going to have in certain programs the hybrid mode of studying. Not all the programs, but national security is supposed to have the option of hybrid mode. For 100% we will know in the nearest future, but most probably the answer is yes. So you can do it. If you have any specific academic questions about the program or about the syllabus, you can contact me directly and I will forward you to the program coordinators or the head of the programs, and then they can provide you all their precise answers for your academic questions.
We have some more questions here, Vicky. One is, can we have your email, Victoria? Maybe if you can just write it in the chat.
Now in chat.
Great. There is another question regarding if I started my application from today or any day until 1st of June, it will be $35, but I just maybe will be a little late to make payment until mid-June. Is it possible? This offer is until June 1st. We're speaking about the application fee. So if you submit your application by June 1st, you will receive 75% of your application fee. Another question is the motivation letter on application from the potential student or from a reference? The answer is the motivation letter is to check your motivation. So it is from you. You will write your own motivation letter. We want to understand what your motivations are for studying with us. Another question. How long does it typically take to process a student visa? Vicky, can you answer about this?
Yes, sure. I'm just sending my email and WhatsApp number in the chat so we can see it. The visa, it depends on the country. As soon as you are accepted officially to the program, we will guide you to contact the closest to you Israeli embassy so you can start the visa process. The requirements are changing from country to country. So the best way is to contact the closest Israeli embassy to start the process and to get from them directly the list of required documents. If there is a need, we will provide you the supporting documents on behalf of the international school, so you can provide them to the embassy. And again, you have to make an appointment and to provide all the required documents to the embassy. In some countries, it takes around 1 month to get an appointment, while in the others, it may take longer. Now it's a good time to start the process. Even if you are accepted in 1 month from now, you still have enough time to prepare, to get the visa, to get all the preparations, the housing and all the rest. So you still have time, go for it.
Okay, some more questions. Someone asked here, is there a recording that will be sent to all registered in case we want to forward potential interested parties? Yes, we will send you the recording and it will also be on our YouTube account, so you can access this very easily. Another question, hi, do any students live in Haifa instead of on campus? Of course, we have students living on campus, we have students living off campus. Josh, for an example, currently lives off campus. It depends on your preferences and your needs. It varies from student to student. Everything can work perfectly. And with relevance to this question, someone asked, how is the public transportation around campus? We have loads of public transportation, a lot of buses. We have a cable car. We have access to the train station. We have access to taxis. There are numerous public transportation options around campus. So even if you're not living on campus and you rented a place in town, you can get to the university very easily. Another person asked,
Sorry, Galit, I would like to add something regarding the public transportation in Haifa. In comparison to all the other cities in Israel, Haifa, since it's a mixed city, the public transportation is working during the holidays and the weekends, which is not happening in the other cities mostly. So you have all the options to go to the beach, to go to travel, to see the friends, and to go to the parties. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday, if it's a weekend, everything is open for you. We have a supermarkets which are open in the weekends and so on and so forth. And it's different in the other cities of Israel. So it's important to know.
Absolutely, very accessible, 7 days a week. It's a big thing. Okay, moving on. Is it possible to do the Hebrew language course before the start of the master's program? Absolutely. Contact us if you're interested in this. We also have summer courses, and you can definitely come earlier and take a Hebrew language course before you start your master's program, of course.
To add that I put now few links, just the links to our website. We can find all the detailed information about the university housing, off-campus housing, the programs, and the rest. You have a very detailed information. I advise you to go to the website, to visit, to read it. And if you have any question, I'm happy to assist you.
Okay, someone asked here, can we please elaborate about Masters in Education? I highly recommend that you start chatting with Camila on the WhatsApp after you scan her QR code. She will give you all the information you need. Moving on, Bilal asked if I started my application. Oh, okay, we already answered this. Okay. Another question. In my first degree, the mode of instruction was in English. Will I be required to have an English proficiency certificate? Vicky, can you answer that, please?
No, you will be exempt from providing the English test. If your language of studying was English, then you will be not required to provide the English test.
You'll receive exemption from the English proficiency test. Okay, great. Another question, do you send an offer of an acceptance letter to a student after she has paid part of school fees, or so longer I have paid? No, you submit your application and pay your application fee, and then you go into the acceptance procedure.
Academic committee.
And then once you are accepted by the academic committee, you receive a letter of acceptance. Once you are accepted, then you need to pay your school tuition, start paying it in order to save your spot. What else? Is there any formal relationship between UHaifa and the Technion in any master's program? The answer is yes. I discussed this during my presentation. If you recall, the School of Archaeology and Maritime Cultures has a program in archaeological sciences. This is an MSc. And this program is in joint collaboration with the Technion, the Israel Institute of Technology, and this is mainly in the joint areas of research. And you can find very interesting options for conducting research in collaboration with the Technion. Another question, if you can tell me about the deadline for German and European Studies MA. Vicky, do you know, can you answer
The
that?
deadline is the 15th of June. After this date, they can accept certain students on a competitive basis, but it's up to the program.
So if you're interested in this program, now is the time to apply. Okay, any more questions? Feel free to ask. Okay, let's see if anybody in the chat wants to ask anything. We're done with Q&A. Okay, we already answered. Okay. I think we're done. Okay. So if something comes to mind after we're done with this session, all you have to do is reach out to Camila on WhatsApp, start chatting with her, ask any question you have in mind. You can also contact Vicky for any questions in terms of admissions. And we hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you for joining us and have the great rest of the day. Bye-bye. Thank you.